Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 31st Annual Crosspointe Middle School Shootout, sponsored by C&J Water. Today's championship game will be played between the visitors on the scoreboard from Indianapolis, the Calvary Christian Eagles, and the home team on the scoreboard from Indianapolis, the Crosspointe Christian Panthers. At this time, please stand for prayer and our national anthem, followed by tonight's starting lineups. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us all here safely together. We thank you for just this great tournament we've had so far and the teams that came out and participated. We thank you for keeping everyone safe, coming here and also playing, Lord. We do pray for this game ahead of us. Keep everyone safe. I pray that we just remember that it is just a game and that it's competition, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Calvary Christian Eagles, number 2, Kason Carson. Number 11, Keen Sakio. Number 12, Ethan Kramer. Number 21, Aiden Lopez. And number 23, Steven Staton. And now for your starting lineups for the Crosspointe Christian Academy Panthers. Number 2, Jordan Baskerville. Number 4, Caleb Yider. Number 21, Drew Fitzsimmons. Number 22, Brandon Baldwin. And number 23, Hudson Ellis. Officials for today's game is Roy Williams and David Rabe.
And we are live in the Defoe Family Life Center. We are starting the championship game of our 31st annual Crosspointe Middle School Shootout. Today's game will feature the Crosspointe Panthers against the Calvary Eagles. And Clay, we're looking at a good game here today.
Yeah, this Calvary Eagles team actually gave our JV team a run for their money last night, or 2 nights ago actually, and pulled it out. So it's going to be interesting to see them matched up against kids like their own size and their own skill level. As
Hudson Ellis misses that layup, Panthers got the ball at the tip, drove down, missed the layup, so Calvary's Kason Carson comes down bringing the ball up. And looks like Panthers are playing a 2-3 zone. What appears to be a 2-3. I'm not sure if they're leaving a certain player open, but quick 3 by Drew just off the front of the rim. So Clay, last game I commentated, defenses were a little slow. There's a lot of offense here. Looks like it's going to be a defensive battle here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to whoever has the ball last, with how many stops that we've just seen in this first little bit of the first quarter. Foul early there for Hudson, but
looks like assistant coach Titus was looking for a jump ball, and I'd agree, but ref clearly had a different angle on that one. And again, if it's a 2-1-2 or what, but it looks like they're leaving 21 open, daring him to shoot. That is Aiden Lopez, and his shot was not far off, so I'm a little confused, but we'll see what they're doing here.
Might just be part of the scout.
Drew drives in, draws a foul. That's a good call. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but
it's always a good sign to see Drew Fitzsimmons go inside for a little bit, really set the physicality tone of the game. If he's starting to get physical in the paint early, the refs might start allowing some calls early on both sides of the ball, which is just good for the game.
And again, that defensive battle that we talked about, Calvary takes the ball, steals, goes the other way for 2. That is Steven Staton, and he leads all scorers with 2 points. Scores 2-0 Calvary. And I agree with what you're saying. Drew is, as Brandon attacks strong, misses a layup. Drew, he can shoot lights out, but there's something about getting going inside and working inside out. Once you hit it, see a few layups go in, it's, I don't know what it is, but that 3 is a ocean.
For sure. And great shot there by number 12, Ethan Kramer, to put the Calvary Eagles up 5-0.
That's a quick start. Great pump fake by Brandon. Just dribbles it off and throws it away. So first look, Panthers are kind of, I don't think we're settling. We're kind of rushing. Take it easy, dribble up. And again, they're just asking 21 to shoot the ball.
Sure does seem like Coach Schneider and his team is willing to let 21 shoot, and if that's going to be the deciding factor of this game, 21 is going to find the bottom of the bucket at some point.
Yeah. Yes. And that is Hudson Ellis with another missed layup. Panthers cannot get the lid off the basket. Calvary, on the other hand, 2 quick buckets as 23 dribbles around, looks great inside pass to 2, and 2 kind of throws up a prayer. That was good defense. He was surrounded. Honestly, what do you do at that point?
Yeah, coming the other way with the Panthers, the junior high team or the middle school team runs very similar to the JV and varsity, where they want to get quick buckets, run up the court. As Drew Fitzsimmons finally takes the lid off the basket. But I wouldn't be surprised in this game with how the defense is going to be and the slow start for the Panthers. If they kind of slow it down, kind of run half-court actions out of this game.
Yeah. So a foul called on Hudson. I believe that's his second. I mean, I don't love that call. That did not break up any influence in the play. That's a play on, but clearly they're calling it tight as Preston Wilson subs in for Hudson.
That's another thing that whether or not the players or the coaches like it, the refs are setting the tone early with their whistle, and the players now understand how the game is going to be called. And whether they agree it or not, it is something good to know in the early part of the first quarter.
And that was a travel by number 2, I believe. So Panthers retain possession. Jordan Baskerville dribbles down, looks around, post-entry pass to Wilson as he loses it. Their coach asking for a travel, but they got a turnover. So as 12, that is Ethan Kramer, misses the layup, but Calvary gets the offensive rebound.
Yeah, Calvary is really attacking the offensive boards. They're going to get a lot of second chances tonight if the Panthers cannot figure out how to find a body, box them out. If it's you could have the greatest defensive possession in the world, and if they get the offensive rebound, it's all for naught.
Big three by Case and Carson. That's a good move, especially for a junior high player. You don't see many doing that. Jordan Baskerville floats it, misses. A good no call or travel. Other coaches asking for a call, but he kind of tripped on himself, if I'm looking at it right. So I don't know why. I guess, of course you want that call, but Caleb for 3 in the corner. It's good. That is a big 3, putting the score 8-5. For a second there, I didn't think we were going to get above 2 points in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was a great look there by Caleb. Love to see him get the lid off the basket for himself early, considering that yesterday he didn't hit a 3 in the game. Looks like a jump ball. It's going to stay Calvary's ball, but once again, love to see Caleb Yider get a shot in early, kind of get his game going. He told me before the game that Will, his older brother that plays on the varsity team, told him that he must be saving all of his 3s for the championship game because he didn't hit one yesterday.
And he gets a steal. He is feeling himself, making offense, create defense. I like it. Panthers are looking to attack. Great drive by Drew. Passes it away. I think you just got to take that layup. Be selfish in that case.
He's got a smaller defender on him. Obviously had the mismatch on that. At worst, you miss it. At best, you get a foul or make the layup. So,
well, hey, I got an idea for you. Land on 2. You don't have that problem.
Great drive there. Also, great finish there by number 11.
That is Keown's first bucket of the day. Jordan Baskerville looks to push. Post-entry pass to Preston. He misses, gets his own rebound, goes up again, and finishes it.
Great job. Looks like he's got a little bit of some wraps on his legs. Might be suffering from some shin splints.
Yeah.
And great big body, big moves down there in the paint to grab his own board and put it back up.
And I think that's definitely going to be the goal here today. We got Brandon Baldwin, Drew, and Preston. They are all bigger by far than all these players. You just got to pound it in the paint. As they leave 21 open and he drains it. Again, they were leaving him open. Oh!
And an answer there from Drew Fitzsimmons. Hits a half-court shot to go into the second quarter, only down 3 after a big shot from the Eagles.
So again, they're leaving 21 open, and as we were just talking, Clay, he's going to hit it. He was not that bad of a shooter. I understand if you don't think he's that much of a focus, but man, you can't leave anyone open these days. Everyone can shoot, and that's going to be.
And especially in a game situation like this, it is the championship game. You're going to follow the scout that your coach has given you. But at the end of the day, if he hits 2 shots, you might want to run out, put a hand up. He's going to have himself a game if he gets going.
Yeah, you got to fix that now. I remember my senior year, my junior year, we're out in Illinois for a tournament. And there's a player. This man has not scored all game. But Yider was like, leave him open, focus on the other players. If he scores this last-minute bucket, we're going to, I would rather lose by him than anyone.
Yeah.
Sure enough, the kid gets the ball, floats it with 3 seconds left, makes it, and, not much you can do with 3 seconds. So I have PTSD. Never leave anyone open, especially that open. And we got lucky that Drew hit that half-court shot, but we can't rely on that again.
For sure.
So Panthers need to – Jordan Baskerville is playing great defense on number 2. Number 2 is good, though. Jordan is doing everything he can, but it's difficult to guard to someone that shifty and can shoot.
Absolutely. I mean, and the fact that he's coming back, he played against the Panthers JV team 2 nights ago, and he was doing what he was doing now. He was getting his teammates open. He was finding shots. And now he's playing against the middle school team as Drew Fitzsimmons. Great layup on the left side. I mean, he's just coming down here. It might not seem much different to him. He's just going to be the floor general that he needs to be.
Yeah. That's a great take by Drew. That's just strong take. Squared up, uses body. It's not a foul. If people were looking for a foul, absolutely not. That was good defense, but better offense. Has 2, throws up a shot, rims in and out.
I'm honestly surprised he got that off. He had 3 white jerseys surrounding him at that point.
Brandon drives, kicks it up top. Drew for 3. It's off, just short. And number 12, that is Ethan Kramer, retains the ball.
And good job for Kramer corralling it with Preston coming in on him, kind of trying to get the ball away. But love the hustle from both sides in that play.
And that's a missed shot by Ethan, but Calvary gets the rebound again. Right now, Calvary wants it more. They are chasing everything. They're playing with a different level of intensity.
One thing that I've seen from the Panthers is that they are watching the ball go, and they're watching the rim. As soon as that, just in that instance right there, the shot goes up, 3 white jerseys turned and looked at the rim instead of going to make sure that they could box out.
And not sure if you can hear it. The fans didn't like that call. Their assistant coach didn't like that much more. If you want to rewind, you can see their assistant coach a little frustrated there.
Obviously, we don't have the view up here. It kind of looked like Brandon should have went up immediately.
Yes.
But at the same time, smaller defender on bigger defender. Might have gotten ball a little bit, but I did hear kind of a smack up here. Mm-hmm. Referee obviously had a better angle than most people. So
see if he finishes the second one. And he goes 0 for 2 from the line. You already know what the fans are saying. But best thing, way to return it. Best thing Brandon can do, attack again. You're going to hit him eventually. And I will say, other than Drew and Caleb, we have not gotten any threes off, but I feel like we've had plenty opportunity to. I don't know if coaches have said not to, but
I don't know if it's a passive type thing.
Yeah, they're packing in the paint as a good tip. Caleb drives down for the layup. The pass around. Preston Wilson gets the lay.
Great use of his pivot foot there to make sure that he could create some space. And as Calvary's head coach calls a 30-second timeout, the Panthers are going into this timeout up 1 after being down 3 heading into the second quarter.
So fans are not loving that last call. Maybe we need to call our people up in New York. Clay, what are you thinking on that? I guess the play just now that they thought was a travel.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the feet. It looked like he just used a pivot kind of to move some space. He might have shuffled his feet, but that was before he had control of the ball fully. Referees obviously thought the same way. You know, in a big game like this, it is the championship game. There's going to be some fan interaction. There's going to be some player interaction that they think it's going to go one way, it's going to go the other. I mean, even back when we were playing in high school, we would think of one thing and then go back and watch film. It would be the complete they made the right call.
Yes.
So,
and again, I applaud Calvary's cheer, I guess, like their spirit for their team. They
For
wanted
sure.
to win so bad. Like, our fans are a little quiet at times, and I'm like, bring us, something by getting loud So a foul on Drew, that's not that ref's angle. So I totally disagree with that call. When you're across court, that's not your call. That's the ref on the baseline. So maybe you make up.
Definitely something to applaud Calvary in that possession, though, is that they were moving the ball and moving off ball. They are causing the defense of the Panthers to really get convoluted, and just a simple backdoor cut with a shovel pass is what got him to the line.
So Panthers are playing, looks like an aggressive 1-3-1. And I love the aggressiveness, but again, over-aggressiveness leads to backdoor cuts, and Calvary has read that, and they are unfazed by the pressure. As a few passes back and forth. Again, our fans now looking for a foul. I don't think that's a foul. Like,
No.
When you're surrounded by two people, I was saying this earlier, as Drew gets a tip block. Looks like a foul on 23 blue. But when you dribble into two people, when you're surrounded by two people, you probably will get fouled, but I can guarantee you they probably won't call it because it's a bailout. Like, refs are not going to bail you out when you get in a bad position. So that's why driving into two, it's always dangerous. As Drew takes a very strong little floater. He now has, I have him at 9 points. That is correct.
And to your point, when the refs have called it very good so far on the physicality side of stuff, they're letting them play on both the defensive and offensive side. So us begging for a foul or them begging for a foul just on a short little body bump is probably not going to be called in this game.
Absolutely. And even that play right there, they could have called a foul if they truly wanted to. So I like that they're letting us play a bit. Ball is moving hot. They pass it back to corner for 11 for 3. He drills it.
With this aggressive 1-3-1, with the wings and the bottom side of the 1-3-1, if they are not like hustling and going tail, and a great take there by Jordan Basketball on the left side, if they're not hustling to cover those corners, that's the one thing that the 1-3-1 leaves open is corner three-point shooters.
Yep. Especially, like you said, over-aggressive. And they're looking to corner again. Pump fakes, gets Drew in the air, but they reset their offense. And Clay, you can feel the tension as 23 gets away with a little bit of a carry. You can feel the tension in here. Crosspointe feels the pressure. And I think the Calvary fans, with their energy, it's brought so much energy to our players. Our fans are starting to get louder.
For sure.
You can see our bench. They're all pointing which way it is. Like, this is the atmosphere you want to be in. And again, this is a pro, I am applauding the Calvary fans.
Yeah.
Not a slight at all. This is the energy we want. This is basketball, especially in Indiana.
Absolutely. The Calvary fans, even though this is technically a home game for the Panthers, they've made it feel more like a home game for Calvary in this early first half than it has been for the other side of the ball.
Yes.
And maybe that's fueling our players, fueling the Panthers just to try to make it feel like, hey, this is our court. We're going to defend it.
Yep.
Love the aggressiveness from Preston. Gets the ball knocked out.
Rebounded by Drew. He dribbles right into his own teammate. Puts a tough two. Now, folks, that is an underrated shot. People don't appreciate the mid-range and closer shot these days. It's quote-unquote inefficient, but it also is unguardable.
Another great no call there. I like that. They're letting them play.
Yeah, that's not a charge. That's not an offensive, not a defensive or offensive. I like it. That is a good call. Yep, is a good push.
Had a lot of hands in there.
12 was chasing him, got right on his bumper and moved him forward. So that's a good, again, it's a foul.
It is interesting to see. I think this might be one of the first few side outs that we have, and see what kind of sideline out of bounds plays that the Eagles will run, or just after the sidelines out of bounds, see if they run a set or if they're just going to let a free flow offense come out of it.
So 23 drives in, kind of looking for a foul. He got hit, but again, when you're dribbling through two people, you're not going to get a foul call. I believe that Is that a 5-second call?
It looked like he did a carry.
Okay.
Which I didn't see it from this angle. He was standing right in front of him. Couldn't really see it, but carry call. It's going to go the Panthers' way. Opportunity to get their largest lead of the game with 40 seconds to go before half.
And Clay, first game I was watching, teams were totally unaware of the clock leading to last-second shots. This was Heartland and Tabernacle. They took a very early shot. Tabernacle went down, got a layup. So, Panthers, you got to be aware. Don't leave enough time, as we kind of threw up a shot at 20 seconds left. Keep it, make it the last possession. Even if you miss it, better than the other team getting
for sure. And without a shot clock, there's no necessarily option to try to run a 2-for-1. And good on Drew and Caleb kind of slowing it down. Drew taking it in. That's his shot. Good rebound by Preston. Puts it up and gets it up before the buzzer. They're going to count it. And the Panthers go up 4 points, 22-18, heading into half with another buzzer beater for the Panthers.
And again, that is great execution by the Panthers. Calvary, you played great defense, but you didn't finish the possession. That's a key thing. My first college coach raved on us is defensive possession does not end until you have the rebound secured in your hands. And to be honest, Clay, it looks like they clocked it in early. They thought after Drew's shot, it's over.
Absolutely.
Preston got the rebound, easy 2 points, putting us up 4 going into the half.
Preston kind of taking one from the Eagles' books. In the first 2 quarters of this game, the Eagles dominated the offensive boards, and it just came down to one simple thing. It's the small things that count in games like this. Preston coming up, that might be something that pushes the momentum towards Crosspointe Panthers' way.
Absolutely. And again, this is everything you could ask for as a fan. A very close game. There have been a few games that are blowouts, and I was hoping that there'd be a close one, and I think we got that with this one.
For sure. And going back to what we said at the beginning, I believe that it's probably going to come down to whoever gets a stop or whoever gets the last shot in this game. Even though the momentum kind of swung, basketball's a game of runs. No doubt that Calvary's going to come out with a run, and Crosspointe's going to have to answer.
So every coach I've ever had, every coach, if you are halfway decent and know basketball, the third quarter or start of the second half in college terms, that is the most crucial part, because that sets the tone for the rest of the game. If, Crosspointe comes out hot, they're going to blow the game up, and then by fourth quarter, nothing you can do. If Calvary comes out hot and Crosspointe comes out flat, I think it'll be a closer game, but Calvary could run away with it too. So
Absolutely.
this first quarter is huge, especially first 3 minutes. After sitting, you're going to come out and have to run around for 5 minutes before you're ready to roll, or you're ready to go from the jump. And I guess we're going to see.
For sure. And we will sign off for just about 6 minutes heading into the beginning of the second half. And hopefully you stick around for probably what's going to be a very exciting second half.
And we are back in the Defoe Family Life Center. Starting the second half, Panthers are up 4, 22-18. So teams have had time to adjust. Going into this second half, we'll see what Calvary has dialed up. But honestly, it's for me, I'd say just do much more of what you have been doing. As 11 kind of loses the ball. I thought it was a jump ball, but apparently it's Panther ball.
And just something small that I noticed straight out of start of the half, Calvary kind of taking a note of what needs to happen. They are attacking the gaps and kicking out a little bit more than just like passing around the perimeter. I know it's only one play into the half, but that might be an adjustment that their coach has made at halftime.
So also I'm looking at Calvary's defense. They are face guarding shooters such as Caleb. They're face guarding Drew and sitting very deep on Hudson. I'm pretty sure Hudson can shoot a three, so I'm not he's not really looking to shoot. But also, we're trying to post up Drew. They are helping so deep on that they are making that pass almost impossible. Which again, that's good defense on their part.
Definitely something that I agree with you. I think Hudson can shoot the ball, but maybe he hasn't shot one throughout the tournament or not hit one throughout the tournament, and they're just kind of relying on him not to take one.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're going to face guard Caleb, someone else has to step up on the perimeter, whether that be Hudson or Jordan or Drew kind of getting a backdoor cut.
You got to be a threat, and if you're not a threat, you almost hurt. Like that case, there's no point of an entry pass because a 2 is already down there. Exactly. Drew's looking for a foul, but it's not a foul. You're circled by 2 people. It's a bailout. You're kind of just throwing it up there, so it's a good no call.
For sure. And going back to the first offensive play from the Panthers, Hudson had a really good physical drive and bumped the guy off of his path, but didn't go towards the rim. And I fully believe that's why he missed that layup. He bumped him off the path, but then did not go towards the rim. He bumped him off and then decided to go away from it. A good block there by Drew. But I feel like if we're going to play physical, if both teams are wanting to play physical, you have to play physical all the way through and go towards the rim instead of fading after a bump.
And even that kind of scooped it up. Fans, coaches want to foul, but it's not like you said, you're not going up strong. No, it's not a foul. And even on that, they called a travel. Fans definitely want to foul, but again, if you don't remember anything, remember this. When you dribble into 2 people, you're not going to get a foul. You're putting yourself in a bad situation. Panthers moving the ball around. Hudson wide open up top, giving him loads of space. Finally, he dials up the shot and drills it.
Yep. If he's going to lay off of you, you as a player have to make them pay for giving you 5 feet of space.
Yep.
Big thing on the offensive side for Drew Fitzsimmons, though, is that he was kind of camped in the paint. The referees let him stay there for, at least I counted, 6 seconds. And something that if the referees catch on to that, they're going to have to make sure Drew is not just chilling in there.
So catching up, Panthers got a steal, went down. Got a good open 3 by Jordan, just rimmed out. Drew tipped the ball up. Then Brandon, and a loose ball foul. Brandon got a foul. And Calvary calls a full timeout. So coming out, only 5 points have been scored, and they play 6-minute quarters.
Yeah.
So not a lot of, again, this has been a defensive game, so a lot of good defense. Daring Hudson to shoot the 3. He has his first points of the night with that triple. Then Keon Zakio, hopefully I said that correctly, has 2 points with a baseline drive. They are getting baseline drives at a premium, and if I'm Coach Schneider right now, I'm saying you got to shut off the baseline.
Exactly.
Because that's how you draw fouls. Panthers been lucky not to get one yet, but you can see it's about to happen.
And it could be either foot speed, but at least from what I'm watching, there's no communication from the other 2 players because they're playing that aggressive 1-3-1 that kind of morphs into a 3-2 almost. And when they go baseline, there's no talking.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing about playing a zone defense is that you have to talk, probably even more, especially on backdoor cuts than you do when you play matchup man-to-man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And again, that's the backside's job. and it alternates. When the ball's on the right side, the back left side. Ball's left side, back right side. And when there's no communication from the back side, especially in a zone, just like you said. And right now, I'd be yelling at Jordan, there's corner, yelling at Caleb, corner. Caleb gets a quick tip, and we had the steal, but had to lean it because we were leaning out of bounds right to the other team.
One thing I am noticing about Crosspointe's zone is that the good old saying, put your butt to the baseline, they're really ball watching, and if Calvary makes a good skip pass, that three-pointer is wide open. Taking a look at Jordan Baskerville, the whole backside of his body is facing the sideline. He has no idea where the corner shooter is, and if Calvary can figure that out, that could open the game up for him.
Brandon just draws a second foul, basic blocking foul. Tacky, yes, but you got to control the game. I understand the call. As 11 gets a three, just long. It was lined up. I thought he was about to drill it.
For sure. And it was a deeper three, especially for middle school. He pulled probably 2-3 feet out from the line.
As 12 takes a difficult shot, but barely misses. It rimmed in and out. Panthers retain possession.
Great head fake there by Brandon. Kick out to Hudson. Once again, it's another situation where Hudson, if no one's going to guard you, put the ball up.
Yeah. He has the time. He has the space. Definitely has the space. Man, let that fly.
Kind of a slower game in this third quarter on both sides of the ball, less fast breaks. And if they do get a fast break, it's almost like they're intentionally slowing it down to run a half-court set or a half-court option.
So, again, I feel like as the fans get going, it's going to speed up a bit. But, yes, it's been very flat. We've seen the score was 22-18 at half. We have scored a total of 5 points. A 3 by Hudson, a 2 by Keown. So defense has been the game. As they close out Hudson harder, and he gets a good layup, just rims in and out. See, when you are a threat, you have those driving lanes so much more easier.
He did a good job, number 2, Kason Carson, to land on 2 after a pro hop, but he might have just shuffled his feet on the landing just a little bit. It looked clean up until he decided to go for a pivot foot.
So their assistant coach up in arms. I don't think he knows what a travel.
It's definitely, maybe at a higher level, he'll get away with something like that, because I viewed it as a pro hop. I didn't think it was a travel, but he might have shuffled his feet after he landed, kind of like what I was saying.
Yeah, well, it was on the landing.
Yeah.
Had he stuck the landing, that'd have been good, but just that one step kind of tripped it.
Wow, would have been a big move there for the Eagles, as he put Brandon on the ground from a crossover, just misses the layup, and going into this third quarter, unless either team can do something about it, it's going to be 5 points total for both teams combined after 6 minutes of basketball.
And Hudson had a good, strong drive. He was passing out and got the foul as he's passing out. In that case, it kind of stinks, but he should have just gone up for the layup.
Yep.
But, again, hindsight's 20/20. Drew drives in, has the kick out, and that will be an over and back.
I mean, I kind of see it maybe wasting a little bit of the clock, but at the same time, it is a 5-point game. Might as well just grab it, see if you can get a stop, and give yourself enough time to come back on the other side.
And I've never understood why people kind of let it roll, because, look, now they get the ball at the bottom of the baseline.
Yep.
They've been on the sideline. So, again, great drive by 2, floats it over a few Panthers, and we're swatting at the ball. Panthers are swatting at the ball. If you got a hand on it, you need to come down with it, not hit it to no one. As 23 lines up and air balls.
And great hustle play there by number 21, Aiden Lopez. Just ball's going out of bounds. He hustles, throws it off a Panther player. I mean, it's hustle plays like that that are going to come into importance in the late of the fourth quarter.
Especially in a tight game like this. We have 9.5 seconds left. Calvary's ball in the baseline. Jordan with the tip, but they keep possession. Panthers recover well. Jordan, he is all over. 2 seconds left. 12 shoots it, and he drills it.
That is the 3 quarters straight of a buzzer-beating shot. First quarter for the Panthers, second quarter for the Panthers, and now third quarter with a big momentum swing 3 at the end of the third for Calvary.
Especially when Panthers scored 3 points, Calvary scored 5 points. Yeah, 3 points is like a touchdown in this case.
I would not be surprised one bit if this 6-minute fourth quarter for both teams feel like it's an hour fourth quarter, just because of how tight the game is. It's going to be more defensive. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit more whistles in this fourth quarter, kind of tightening up the game, making sure that it doesn't get dangerous for them. But it's going to be a very, very entertaining next 6 minutes of basketball.
Yeah. And we just got a note from the studio pointing out the Panther fans are dead silent. It sounds like a morgue in here. What does that sound like? I don't know, but it's quiet, and it is very quiet in here. Calvary fans, again, like you said, it feels like a home game for Calvary.
For sure.
I don't know why. Maybe our fans are tired, but this is the biggest game of these junior high boys' career, or at least this season. Like, show some love. I feel like our parents were throwing out their voices when it was off tip-off. Like, the silence is kind of shocking to me.
Yeah, and especially with a close game like this, we would love to have more a big applause to the Calvary fans showing out tonight and making sure. And big move there from Drew Fitzsimmons. Great footwork. Not a travel call. He caught it, drop stepped with the ball out of it's not fully in his control, so he's allowed to do that drop step.
And that puts Drew at 13 points. He leads all scorers for the day. 12 drives in, kicks out to 11. Great ball fakes. Panthers are biting at everything.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where in the corner, both Caleb Yider and Hudson Ellis kind of went towards the same guy. You can't have 2 people in a zone going for the same person. It's going to leave somebody open. And another backside offensive rebound for Calvary.
And if you can rewind 10 seconds, you will see the Panthers watching the ball, Calvary attacking the ball. 2 very big different things. Brandon Baldwin drives left, kicks out to Hudson, and he will hold it. No shot clock, but he dials up the 3, and it's short. Rebounded by Jordan.
And way to stay in bounds. Knew where he was, kept his feet on a tightrope, kicks out to Brandon.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Big 3 by Brandon. Panthers needed that, and that was a great kick out by Caleb. He was running baseline. He saw the double early and got rid of it before it was too late. That's just IQ right there.
For sure, and that's another thing where Calvary's done their scout, and in that situation, you're going to live and die by Brandon Baldwin hitting a 3, and in that instance, he hit one, puts it up big, great move there, no call, and it's going to go the other way.
Wow. Fans, coaches really don't like that. Very excessive.
And once again, they are daring Hudson Ellis to shoot the ball.
Man, you just got to hold the ball if they leave you. There's no shot clock. We are up 7. We have the advantage. Just hold it.
Yeah, make the refs start the count.
Yep.
Hold the ball until the count starts.
I want to start yelling, but I am on broadcast. I'm not coaching. Hudson takes it up strong. Great ball fake. Great move. So, again, we're not saying never attack the basket. You got to score.
Yep.
But take as much time off that clock. There's no rush. Just 2 dribbles it off himself. Caleb dives on the floor battling, but Calvary retains possession, calls a full timeout. Ref giving us the signal. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we have a full timeout. Panthers up 9. Definitely a more offensive-minded quarter for the Panthers, doing a great job. Just the biggest thing that I think both teams really need to work on. Eagles of Calvary just need to find a little bit better shot. They're driving into 2 people. There's going to be no whistle. And then on the other side, the Panthers just need to make sure that they're not giving them the second chance opportunities that they've been getting all day.
Absolutely. Again, this isn't just a junior high problem. Like, this happens all the time with most teams, but we can get comfortable right now. And again, I feel like the way Panthers get comfortable is we watch the ball go up and like, oh, I hope it bounces to me. Calvary, they're down 9, but you think it's a 2-point game the way they are battling. You can't settle. If you're Panthers right now, you can never settle, because as soon as you do, Calvary will drain 2-3 threes. They're going to be right back in this game.
In the sport of basketball, 3 minutes and 35 seconds is an eternity
plenty
to
time.
Score 9 points.
2 dribbles it across. Panthers still in that aggressive zone. They are flying around. Last possession, they were flying around everywhere. This 23 throws up a shot, misses. Rebounded by Hudson, saves it right back to Caleb. Good defensive possession. Again, they didn't finish. The possession didn't end until they got the rebound, and they did well of securing that.
A little bit of a defensive change here, putting Case and Carson picking up Hudson Ellis as soon as he crossed the timeline.
And again, I think Hudson just needs to take the layup. Like, that made it way more difficult. Just take the layup, draw the foul, because he's playing aggressive. And 2 is fouling, for sure. But it appears, I believe that was intentional.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that was
maybe just to, like,
send a message.
Almost maybe get their foul count up just a little bit.
Yeah, that is true.
So in the final minute, they don't have to foul 5 times straight.
And that is only his 3rd, so they have time. He has a few to spare. As Braden dribbles it out, throws it up to Jordan. Jordan retains possession, floats it, and misses. And again, I will be even about all reffing. I don't love that call.
No.
I don't think he got fouled. That's good defense. I don't think he even went into him.
No, Jordan Baskerville was kind of leaning away, trying to get a left-handed floater. I don't believe there was contact. It looks like we have a bench warning on Calvary's coach.
Thanks the ref for that. Interesting.
But back to the call at hand, I'm with you. I don't believe there was contact. And as a Panther fan, you're sitting back, you're like, oh, it slows the game down, it gets us on the line, gets an opportunity as Jordan misses his first one. But for just the stance of this game and a fan of how this game has been going, I feel like that just needs to be a no call, and it's going Calvary's way, because they did come down with the rebound off of that.
And as we see, other than 23 getting another foul, no point change. Jordan misses both. You already know the fans are saying ball don't lie. 2 dribbling around, pass it to the corner, and I thought he had the 3, but he passes it around as Jordan gets the steal, looks to finish, and does. He gets those 2 points right back. Schneider calls a full timeout as both teams go to their benches.
And kind of a disheveled offensive sequence there for the Eagles, kind of just bodies flying everywhere, errant passing. I mean, it's happened all game on both sides of the ball, and that's what led to that turnover, is just an errant pass with people on the ground and hands getting into the passing lanes, hands getting into the dribbler. I mean, it's going to happen eventually, and it's just right now it's going the Panthers' way.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like coaches having a chat with the ref, asking a question. Probably contesting that last call.
Yeah.
Again, they didn't change the play. Like, they didn't score any points. Sometimes you just got to let that go. But again, I do understand the frustration
For sure.
But right now, the assistant coach is going to be the only one who can talk to the ref.
Yep.
Now that the head coach got a warning, is it? So.
And as a coach, it definitely is a chess match to figure out when and how to address the referees within the game. And it just seems like the refs are going to call it there. I mean, for the rest of the game, they're probably not going to tolerate any chirping.
No.
Which might be something to watch for both teams, because both teams and both coaching staffs have been contestant of some of the calls. So we'll see how that plays out in the last 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah. This is a big possession for Calvary. I think that's a good call. It's kind of like if you're a defender, you're like, what do I do? I think what the foul should be called is when Jordan got knocked down, he tripped 23. That's where the foul occurred.
It's not on the initial body.
No. Like 23 drove through the body. Great. That's not a charge. I think it was when he tripped him. I think that's what the ref should clarify.
And a great hustle there from Caleb Yider to grab the rebound and save it. He was going out of bounds with it. And now the Panthers slowing it down just a little bit, making sure they get their motion going.
This is good ball possession as Hudson drove in looking for a foul, but you're just not going to get it in this situation. As 23 three rims in and out, that looked good. I know he thought it looked good too.
Definitely something to, as a player, I mean, it's one of those things where you just can't buy that bucket. It was a good look, got separation from the defense, and it just couldn't get the bottom of the bucket on it.
As Hudson takes a very strong take. Again, few people looking for a foul. That's just good defense, better offense.
And as the defense keeps intensifying for the Panthers, they're just pushing this lead out to make a little bit more.
And a foul on Jordan Baskerville. Oh, Brandon Baldwin. That is his third. Not sure what.
It looks like the ref said he might have put his arm over the shoulder and kind of like wrapped him up just a little bit. And a great strong take there from 23, Steven Staten.
And Calvary's applying pressure, as they should, but Crosspointe dribbles through. Oh, not a great skip pass, but we still got ball. They're getting the ball to Caleb, I believe, to shoot free throws. But then they end up fouling Hudson.
And they have one more foul to give, 2 fouls until they send to the line. If I'm the Panthers, definitely figure out who is your best free throw shooter to make sure this game is iced.
And that is Steven Staten's 4th foul. Ref having a chat with the coach, not sure. No problems, but that is 23's 4th foul, so if he fouls, that's 5, as he's smart. So a late whistle, but 23 was trying to foul.
Yeah.
And it was just late. Players not liking that, but it...
And it looks like it's going to Calvary here in the last 36.5 seconds. A little bit of confusion on both sides. I mean, Calvary's confused, but they're happy they got the ball back.
So the foul was on Hudson. I don't know what. That was interesting. Jordan steals it, tips it back in. He goes up to take the layup and finishes.
And that is going to ice it.
Panthers now up 13, and that looks like that's it. Clock still runs. They're rolling the ball. 23 takes a deep 3 and air balls. And again, that is 8 seconds left. Panthers can keep the ball in the backcourt and will win.
Yep. And as Coach Schneider probably calls a timeout here to just make sure they can get the ball in and ice it. Some of the Panther fans on their feet clapping a little bit. And I would assume that Jordan Baskerville layup is going to be the dagger to put this game away.
Yep, absolutely it is.
Looks like the Eagles are just going to stay out on the floor. Coach Schneider called the timeout.
Looked like a substitution timeout, but I think he's still going to use his player. He's going to use the timeout. But yeah, I mean, game is over. Not sure what you can do as a Calvary player, so I understand their coach just having them wait out.
Sure.
But again, this was a close game up until the third quarter, but mind you, the Panthers defense, they held Calvary to 7 points this half.
Yep.
On the other hand, we had 16. Obviously, 7 compared to 16, going to be a big deficit.
Just something that we said early on in this game. It's definitely going to be a defensive game, and the Panthers are going to be your 31st annual Crosspointe Middle School Shootout champions. And big applause and big kudos to the Eagles. They are a very, very good team. Love their fans, love how they were in this game. But the Panthers coming out on top 38-25.
And the lead scorers was Drew Fitzsimmons. He had, let me do the math real quick. He had 13 points. Sorry, that took longer than I thought. 13 points. He led all scorers. Number 2 on Calvary, Kaysen Carson. I have 3 points. I think he had a little bit more. I didn't keep too great of stats. But the Panthers controlled him, and he's a good player. Very good player as we start to make announcements for the winning team. Do they do MVP for this?
I'm not sure if they do MVP, but they're definitely going to be presenting the runner-up trophy and the first place trophy, making sure that the teams do get recognized. It seems like Calvary's team kind of ran back to the locker room. Hopefully some of them are still out here to come and grab their trophy.
So as they're walking back out, Drew led with 13. Hudson Ellis had 7 points, and that was all in the second half, basically. And that was a big difference maker right there when Panthers couldn't buy a bucket. He had that big 3 to start and then 2 great drives. Jordan Baskerville finished with 6 or 8 points. I should be exact. I'm sorry, I'm not. But again, a lot of fast break layups. He had a great take in that first quarter as announcements are going to be made for the winning team.
We thank you for the competition from these guys. We would like to take a second to recognize our runner-up, and that is Calvary Christian Eagles. We would also like to recognize our first place winner, the Crosspointe Panthers. Once again, thank you all for coming out to support these teams and participating in our tournament. We hope you have a great rest of your weekend.
And we are closing up here. Great tournament here. Panthers, Crosspointe 18, fortunately coming away with a win. But a great battle with Calvary. 2 great teams, a very good game, but Panthers were able to pull ahead. Any last remarks, Clay?
And for sure, as the celebration goes on for the Panthers, thank you for joining us today all throughout the tournament. And please continue to join us for the remainder of the JV and varsity seasons when we are finishing out. We have a really big week this week coming with, we're playing Heartland at home, and then we are playing KIP at home, and then we travel up to Anderson and play ICA on Friday.
Very big game.
Very big week here for the Panthers, and if you want to watch some good basketball, I do encourage you guys to join in and watch online or come to the games as well.
But be sure to subscribe on our YouTube. We're trying to hit 250 viewers. I believe we were at 215 this morning. The more we get, potentially we can monetize, make this stream even better than it already is. But as we sign off, I am not Kevin Harlan, and I am not sitting next to Reggie Miller or Mike Breen. It's Aaron Wagner alongside Clay Miller. Have a good night, Panther Nation.